Hello everyone, I've got a new team for you today. That's one I've been wanting to experiment with since I saw someone post on the forums something along these lines. They pointed out that Abomasnow and Gallade work together quite well as a good core pair. Actually, I think Gallade works well with almost anything as a core pair, but let's go with it. They cover each other's weaknesses quite well, with Abomasnow being quite vulnerable to fighting and Gallade being generally quite a good safe swap choice. We're going to be backing up with Swampert with Hydro Cannon and Sludge Wave. We're going to skip the Earthquake because we want the coverage against the flying types. And without further ado, let's hop into some matches. Our big fear with Abomasnow is running to Charizard, which is double super effective against the grass and ice typing, which is always bad news to run into. So if we do run into one of those, we're going to quickly swap out to the Gallade and use that as our safe swap to try and get the Swampert onto it later. So that's the plan at any rate. This one we've got a little bit of delay on the loading and already something taking chunks off us. Yikes. Yes, a bit of a mess that one. So Gallade versus Gallade. We've got a Charizard that's got some unknown amount of energy and whatever they've got in the back. This is a fairly neutral matchup. We are going to be letting them land their Leaf Blade first because that means we get to one ahead of them. Obviously because we switched first we got our confusion off. So we get back-to-back Leaf Blades here so we can get that taken down. Either they shield here or they lose their Gallade. There we go, so that's gone down, and I think we just trade confusions. We're just going to take each other out, so they throw their Leaf Blade. That's fine by me, but not much health left, so I might as well let it go. That way I keep the shield advantage, and that sets me up good stead later because that Charizard is going to be coming back. And we're just going to throw the Ice Ball as soon as it comes in and then just dodge out immediately because Blast Burn is no joke. There we go. That takes us down really quickly, but gets us Swampert aligned. So that's where we want to be. Again, they might have got a chance to get a Blast Burn here. They haven't thrown a move yet, but hopefully they're going to be able to build up to another one. Now that was a bit quick, but it's another Blast Burn. Ouch. I mean, that is the play to make. Blast Burn does hit a lot harder than Dragon Claw does. The only reason not to use it is if you think it's going to get shielded. But I think that might be in the lag, giving them a bit of an energy lead, which is unfortunate. And we've got an Empoleon. Now, with shields down in an Earthquake, we'd be in a much better position, but we don't have that, so we're just going to go for the Hydro Cannons. These are resisted, and I don't think they're going to be doing enough, but we'll see. Let's see. If we can get to a third, maybe we can take it out, but I think they'll get to theirs first. In fact, I don't think they need to. I think they'll finish this off. Oh, yeah, they get to theirs. Right. Good game to my opponent. Well played. Always a little bit frustrating when the lag decides a game for you, but that's the way it goes. So next up we're going to lead into what we've got. I've got a bit of music running, I hope you're liking it. I've set the levels hopefully so it's audible. Right, so Gyarados lead. Ice does neutral to it, and the Dragon Breath does neutral to us. We resist their water, and the Charizard comes out again, so we quickly switch to Swampert because they switch lock themselves. So throwing Hydro Cannons at them. If we don't shield here, this might well hurt. I mean, particularly if it's a Blast Burn, it is. But even so, we can take it where they can't take the Hydro Cannon in return. So either we get them to go down like that, or we get a shield advantage. I'm quite happy with taking them out with a bit of an energy lead, because now when the Gyarados comes out, we shield because we're almost at a Sludge Wave, and we think they might not shield that. So we're going to build up to a Sludge Wave, we're going to throw it, and put a bit of pressure on them. Either they shield now, or they take a big chunk of their health. And big chunk of health there it is. If we're lucky, we've got another Hydro Cannon, and just about got a Hydro Cannon. So now we're left pressuring with to give up another shield, or lose the switch advantage. We get the shield, that's good. So back in the Gallade, which we're going to farm down here. We are going to have to spend a shield to stay in, but does mean we get the energy lead, which is where we will really want to be. Gallade with energy lead's deadly, and a Lapras comes out. So we're going to throw a Leaf Blade, which hits super effective against this water ice type. And then build up to another one, and just quickly switch there and throw that weather ball. Sorry, the energy ball. Grass move does have a chance of dropping their defense. It almost never seems to happen, but that's okay. Hopefully, they'll be throwing a Surf at us in return, which we resist, which is good. And otherwise, their ice damage is neutral to us, where it's double resisted by them. But a double resist weather ball still will probably take enough to chunk that last bit of health. Not quite, as you can see. Double resist means it doesn't really do very much at all. So, it looks like they're going to take us out. Just about. There we go. But that's okay. We have a Gallade in the back with plenty of health. We finish with the Gyarados, and we get to the Leaf Blade. We didn't even need it. The confusion was enough. Good game to my opponent. So next up we're going to be leading into... where are we? Abomasnow is leading into Lapras. So, as before, this is actually a not a great matchup because they double resist our ice moves, and we are only neutral to their ice in return. However, they switched a Toxicroak into our Gallade, which is very bad news for them because look how fast that's gone down. That's 2 confusions worth of damage. We shield the Mud Bomb, and we get an energy lead and take out the Toxicroak. That might have been a bit more of a threat, but we got lucky with the counter switch timing, I think. I suspect we both hit switch at the same time, and yeah. We're going to throw the close combat here because whilst the Dragonite resists it, actually they can't really afford to take a close combat. So we're just going to build up another one, throw that too, so we can get that other shield off them. There we go, double debuff now, but look at that, we've almost taken out a Dragonite. Great. So, we're going to bring the Abomasnow into farm a little bit. It's double super effective against dragons, so that's even better. And we've got the Lapras in the back. We're going to bait the energy ball with a weather ball because this doesn't hurt very at all, as you saw in the last video. But we get the shield, so that's great. Last shield's down, so we get the energy ball through, and we're just going to throw that. And I think we're in a comfortable place here. We can probably get to another energy ball, because I'm not sure what they'll throw, but let's see. Put the shield up, Surf. Surf wouldn't have hit too hard, but there's always a possibility of a Skull Bash, so that was quite quick, so it's probably another Surf. And it is. So as we resist that, we're probably going to get to that energy ball now, if we don't lag out. But my opponent concedes at that point. That we were going to that energy ball, they'd be going down, and we've still got something in the back that they don't know what it is. Right, what's up next? Abomasnow is leading into Venusaur, so great lead for us. We resist the grass moves, but the Sludge Bomb will really do us a lot of damage. So we're just going to start throwing the weather balls and chipping away at it. Hitting for super effective, we get them out faster than they get to their moves. So that's all good. Right, so probably a Sludge Bomb incoming. This hits us for super effective in return. It will take almost all our health, so we shield it. That's a good trade, and out comes a Charizard, so even better, because we can get the Swampert to line to it, and, well, it looks like they've got to a charge move, and if we're lucky, that's just a Dragon Claw. It's a Blast Burn. My Swampert's been hit by such a lot of those, but we're going to overfarm them now, and just go for a double Hydro Cannon. That way they can either shield them both, or not, and just go down. There we go. Goodbye Charizard, and out comes Venusaur. So straight into the Sludge Wave. It doesn't do an awful lot to this because the grass and the poison cancel out, but it still hurts quite hard. That's a lot harder than the Hydro Cannon would. And as you can see, they're taking off a lot of the health, but now they farmed us for some energy. So we've got Abomasnow back out, and this is probably a Sludge Bomb, and it was. So that would have hurt, but that's okay. We CMP tied with them. I was trying to get them to go down before they got to the move, but obviously not. So finish them off with a Weather Ball. And out comes a Togekiss. This is great. Ice damage against the flying type was super effective and very spammy again. So off with the ice. There we go, big chunk of that. And again, this they've got to shield because they're about to go down otherwise. And I don't actually know if we'll manage to take them out before we go down, but it was going to be close. Very close. Right, so now what we need to do is one Confusion. Now that would have been bad news if they'd had a bit more health left. It would have made a mess of the Gallade. But that's okay, we didn't need to go head to head with something that hard counters us. Abomasnow versus Swampert. So, neutralish lead, we resist their water, but if they've got Sludge Wave, that'll be super effective. And our ice type on the water ground type is neutral. Hydro Cannon is resisted, so we took a bit of a gamble there that it wasn't going to be a problem. And now we're going to bait them. We're going to throw this because the energy ball they can't afford not to shield because it will one hit them. So just going to do the same again. We're going to build up to an energy ball, and they switch to a Scavalier, which is a bit of a nuisance. It does hit super effective against us, and drill run's quite painful. So switch to, well, this is the thing. If we switch to Gallade, we're in a bit of a sticky position because Confusion versus Counter, they're both resisted by each other. Their drill runs coming through will hurt us an awful lot, but in return our Leaf Blades are double resisted. So we're just going to have to build up to double close combats here, double shielding to do it. And throw them back to back and try and take out that Escavalier with just 2 back-to-back. Sorry, bait with a Leaf Blade, and then close combat them. I hope we can get that shield off them. And if we can't, well, there we go. Good, shield's down, and it's Clefable. Now that would be a nuisance for this one because Charm is super effective and we can't shield, but we do have the energy loaded, so we're just going to unload it. Double Leaf Blades coming through. Hopefully we'll get that shield off. There we go. No, yep, there's a shield, so we're down to no shields each. And shall we bring in the Swampert next? Hopefully we'll be able to get to the Hydro Cannon before they get the charms off. We're overloading a little bit again, so we can take on whatever's in the back. And there we go. We're just going to nibble down at that one. We are going to eat their incoming charge move, so that's mildly inconvenient. And it's a Moonblast, so that takes us out entirely. We do actually resist the Meet Your Mash that's more common. And they've got a Swampert. There we go. The Energy Ball isn't quite quick enough. They got to their charge move, but it's a Hydro Cannon. It doesn't quite take us out, so we get to the Energy Ball. Wow, talk about a close run. There we go. Not much health left, but a double super effective Energy Ball closes the game. Thank you very much. Whew. Right, there we go. A few matches with Abomasnow in the lead, with Swampert and Gallade. I hope you enjoyed those. I've been quite enjoying this team. It's quite a lot of fun. It's a bit of a break from my normal one. So yeah, have you been playing something similar? Has it been working out for you? You have a good day.